Good afternoon, everybody. Hope you guys are all doing well. We have some fun products to look at today. I'll give everybody a minute. Make sure we can see the comments. Hey, Rosie. Of course, I'm frantically running around at the last minute. And now I'm like, whew, it's warm in here. Hey, Carrie. Just give everybody a minute. These are some really great kits. I've been putting them together yesterday and today, and I can't wait to show you them. How is everybody doing? I was so thankful to Rosie for filling in with amazing projects while I was gone. Hey, Lorraine. I was in Saskatchewan. We haven't been to see my mother-in-law for a couple years, just with COVID and everything. Hey, Ellie. So it was really nice to be able to see her and some of my husband's sisters, and the kids got to see their cousins, just kind of connecting after a long time. So it was pretty low-key, but we went to the lake and the kids got to see Waskesiu as well, which is beautiful, and do some swimming and stay in the cabin. Hey, Jenny. And we didn't even do too bad on the drive, which was nice. That's always been the issue before with my youngest. She hates being confined to the car, so we did good. Hi, Linda. We are going to look at some of these beautiful kits and just kind of give you an idea of what the simple pages are about, and the Flipbook class, and the simple cards, I guess it's called. So I've got 4 different kits here to show you. Some of them I have put together. I'm going to continue to put together the Flipbook class, and I'll be able to give you a full flip through of the finished thing next week, but I want to show you what's in it. And they're always gorgeous, and when they're done, it's like, it's so beautiful. So you know, you'll get an idea of exactly what is in the kit and kind of what it's going to look like. So first off, we will look at the simple pages page kit, and this is the Wanted. So this is one of the new releases from Simple Stories, and just their last few releases they started coming out with these simple pages and simple cards. And the idea is more that you have all the elements to create 2 double page layouts, which are beautiful. Yeah, it's really cute, and it's really put together quickly and easily. There's full instructions. Hi, Beatrice. And you have everything that you need. You can add more if you feel like you want to add some dimension or some sequins. Thanks, Rosie. Rosie's just linked that. And I did get this one put together. It's relatively quick to put together, but again, you can add ink around the edges. You can kind of jazz it up if you want to add more elements, or you can move things around. So I really like that they've actually created the background layer as one complete piece. So this shows you what comes in the kit here. And to get 2 double page layouts completed and in your album, I think is really great. The way that they've got you to layer things, and the chipboard elements give you that texture and dimension. they really look amazing. It really looks detailed, and I love the quality of it. So these are the two background pieces. So I like that they've actually, these aren't 2 pieces or 3 pieces of layered paper. They've actually printed this on so that you have the base to start it, and you don't have to measure where to put your yellow piece and where to put your strips. These are your foundation pages, and those are pre-printed. And then you've got all of these elements that you're going to just punch out of the background pieces of cardstock. So all of these 3 are 12 by 12 cardstock, and then this is a 6 by 12 chipboard piece. It's not sticker, it's just chipboard. And so you just punch them out. So what I did was actually just sit down, and I was just watching some YouTube videos and just punched all these elements out so that I had them to the side, and punch the little chipboard pieces out. And then when you go to make your layout, you've got the full instructions. So it's telling you exactly where to put the pieces, what pieces to put on. And then I decided how I wanted, if I wanted to add some dimension. So I like adding, what did I use here? I like adding a little bit of ink around the edges. So what I grabbed that I felt went well with these colors was the Crackling Campfire. Now I'm using the oxides of these, but you could use the inks as well. I used the Prize Ribbon. That's just got some orange on it because I have my sponge stuck to the back. Then I used Walnut Stain and Rustic Wilderness. Hey, Scrap Shots. So those I felt all went really nicely, and I was able to just sponge around different areas. So you can see when I layered on this, this layer here, this border strip, and it tells you exactly where to layer it, I just added a little bit of sponging. I just felt like it just added that little bit more element, even around these little photo corners. And I love that they have the photo corners. I've seen them a lot more recently, and it kind of gives you that nostalgic feel from the old time photo corners, but back in a modern way. And then, so this is the double page layout. So it kind of goes like that. I know you probably can't see the whole part of that. There you go. It's really cute. So you've got the little horse, and I also like that they've got some really vintage elements, but then they've combined it with these really cute little printed images. The cactuses, I think these would be great for if you had any, of course, Calgary with the Stampede, right? Probably lots of people have those kind of photos, but even without that, you could do any kind of vacation. If you had any of those old-timey photos that you get from the fairs and stuff, I know we had them when we were kids, and people would dress up with their old costumes on. I think those would look really cute on these. They'd make really great masculine pages as well, or if you had Halloween costumes. You could even do any kind of travel. That's kind of, it has the maps in the background. So I think there's lots of options for photos that you can use with these. Really cute. Your kids, you could put the kids' photos in here under Wanted. And then the second double page layout, we've got Wild West. So we've got, again, this is more of a cutesy layout. I think it's really sweet. You've got the Wanted poster here. You can add your journaling, you can add your photos here, and you can also put like smaller photos if you had them printed smaller in these spots, or you could wait to add your photos and then add your elements around afterwards. So there's banners, and some of them I added foam tape. And again, I used the crackling campfire and the prized ribbon and the brown, the walnut stain on this one. The rustic wilderness I used on the other layout. And then you've got the cute little gun. And these would be cute for little boy pages, or if you have little girls that like to dress up with Wild West cowboy hats, I think they would be really cute too. So that is a look at the Wanted page kit. These are great for, yeah, great for camping. That's right, Jenny. Those would be good for camping because you have like the campfire. They're also really good to take with you if you're going on vacation. I'm just gonna get a wipe because I've got some ink there. You have pretty much everything. So if you took a few inks that coordinated with those page kits, and if you've got some foam tape, so I have the Studio Katia foam tape, but you could just bring your foam tape. I used my art glitter glue, and then this is really handy, the sticky specs with the glue sheet that you just stick on, especially the smaller elements. And then you can just kind of sit and enjoy crafting while you're away, and you've got your kit all with you. Now, this is a look at the Simple Vintage Coastal Flipbook class. So if you look on the website, there's a little link under the class, and once I have it together, we'll get a photo in the spot there on the website. But if you click underneath, it says watch video, and I think the video just links up to Dropbox, so it'll just link up for you and you can watch the full flip through. Hi Stacy, but I will also post a video, or next week we'll go through like the whole finished thing and you'll be able to see it. But what comes in, we've got the flip book, which is gorgeous. So this is a really great collection. There's more of this collection in the store if you really like it, but the flip books are always beautiful. So you've got this really pretty patterned cover there, and then you even get these pages inside. You've got the 6x8 pages, you've got some with the 4x6, and then some with the 3x4, and then some that are multi-page. So you've got a bunch of pages that are in there. You've got papers that come with, and you're going to get instructions as well that are going to tell you exactly how to cut these. And they're always really fun, and they're great if you want to learn how to make a flip book, kind of mini book, because you can replicate this with others just by following those directions with other papers. So we've got this one paper here, that's beautiful. Then we've got this one here. Oh, this is See You Soon, and this one is Sandy Toes. You've got the Let's Get Lost. That's pretty. The Rest and Relax. You've got the 3x4 elements, and they always do such a really great job of, hey Tamara, of letting you or teaching you how to layer things, as well as using these journaling cards and make little pocket pages. This is the 4x6 elements. This is such a beautiful line. Pineapples are beautiful. The Kiwi Seaside, the Ocean Coral Reef. Those are beautiful colors, guava and sand. And then you've got the full combo cardstock stickers, not scissors. And they also use most everything in the instructions. You're going to use most everything up, which is really great. Then we've got the papers, the 6x8 paper pad, And these papers are gorgeous. I think we also have the paper pad. You just open this up in this shop, unless it's sold out. So this paper is so beautiful. And I love those wood grains, those really beautiful colors. So again, they usually use most all of that. Can you sign up without being a member of the group? Yes, Betty, if you look, and let me just see. Rosie, did you link this Simple Vintage Coastal? I think Rosie linked the whole one, the whole collection, but this is a class that you can do on your own. And yes, Betty, you can purchase this class. It's going to say Simple Vintage Coastal 6x8 Flipbook class. And it's going to have all the instructions. You're going to get everything to make it and get the instructions to follow. So you don't need to be a member of any group. I think that answers your question, but if not, just let me know. Then we've got the Simple Vintage layered stickers, which are beautiful. You can see the dimension in those. And then you've got the Page Pieces Escape. Oh, good. Yeah, it's really beautiful. The instructions are very simple to follow. I've put lots of these kits together and they turn out gorgeous. So as well, if you've been wondering about the Simple Pages page pieces that we've been getting in, oh, perfect. Thanks so much, Rosie. Rosie just linked to the class. So I think it's like, I don't know the exact price. I think it's around $50, but just check that link. And to get all the supplies plus the detailed instructions is a really great deal. So there's lots of different Simple Pages page pieces, and a lot of the Simple Stories lines, they're coming out with these page pieces. So inside, now this one has happened to go with this kit, but there's lots of them that you can just purchase if you like the papers and you want to create a layout. It gives you a layout idea. You're not going to use this because this is for the class, but just to give you an idea of what else you can do with these page pieces. You get all of the pieces for whatever one you're looking at. So it gives you a whole bunch of different ones, and they're perfect to create layouts. So it even gives you the idea of how you can use them. And if you want to create some quick pages, then those page pieces are a really great product to look at, to add in if you're liking a particular collection, or even if you want to do a really simple page. So you can easily use those to create a couple double page layouts. So that's what's in the class. And again, I will show you next week what the whole kit looks like put together. Now the next one we've got, oh, and I did want to show you from the Most Wanted, I still had all these pieces left over. So I could go ahead and make some cards with my own paper. So there's a bunch of stuff. So, or you could make another scrapbook page and just add in your own elements, but you have a bunch left over as well from the Wanted kit. Now this is the card kit, So Sweet. And let me just, I've got a couple things layered. I wanted to show you how to put one of those cards together. So I will give you a look at all of these. I had added some dream drops to them, so I was trying to just stack them so that they wouldn't get all smushed. So this is the Simple Cards card kit, So Sweet. So this is that line with the really beautiful lemons, and I just, for some reason, the name is escaping me right now. There's a whole bunch of this collection in the store, and this kind of coordinates with that look. So if you like these colors, then you might want to check out the scrapbook paper and the stickers and stuff. But what is going to come in this kit, you've got 1, 2, 3, 4 different 12 by 12 pieces of cardstock, and you're going to be able to punch out all these elements. So again, when I first started, I just punched everything out and kind of stacked them like the flowers together, the backgrounds together. And I love how they've got the backgrounds, again, similar to those pages. You've got the pre-printed background so that it's completely done. But it does really give you some great ideas for using your own papers afterwards to kind of replicate that look. Then you've got all kinds of different elements here. You've got the 6 by 12 cardstock piece that you can punch out as well, which is great for that texture. Hi, Katie. And then you also get your card bases. You get your full instructions. So here are 7 of these, and then we'll put the last one together, and I pulled out the pieces. So we've got, let me see here. I don't think I put them in order. You've got the background, you've got some beautiful of the chipboard, you've got the layers, and it tells you exactly where to layer everything. And then after I got it on, I kind of decided, let me see here, to show you what colors I used. And here it is. So I grabbed Evergreen Bough and Fossilized Amber. So those were, you can certainly look in your inks and just match them up. This is what I happened to grab, and I liked them for doing around the edges. So you bring the sunshine every day. We've got the butterfly. Then I added on Dream Drops, which I thought added just a nice little addition. If you had some sequins, you could add those, or you could keep it really simple. And if you're taking this as a kit and you just wanted to keep it really simple and wanted to grab a little bit of foam tape and some glue or the sticky specs, you could totally do that. I decided to add in some of the Sparkle Dust glitter, which is the Spellbinders glitter that I'm really loving. And I added it on with the Quickie glue pen. And then I even used a little bit of this crystal glaze that's from Tonic. So you can kind of see here I added a little bit of sparkle. I added a little bit of that glaze just for different elements. And then the Dream Drops kind of as you would an enamel dot. So that's first card there. Then this one, thank you for being so sweet. These are really great. There's lots of different occasions you can give. And again, that turquoise and the black and the yellow just looks so beautiful. And bees are really, really popular this year. So again, I added a little bit of that glaze there, a little bit of the glitter on the wings and the drops. In those, the colors that I used for the Dream Drops are the Gold Luxe, the Cloud 9, and Enchanted Elixir. But there's a bunch of those Dream Drops in the shop and I love them. This one says Life is Good. You've got the little bees there. Add a little bit of glitter. And just a little bit of foam tape to add some dimension. But I do like how they've got these pieces, the ephemera pieces that they include in the kit, and it's like they've layered them on. So when you look at it, you're kind of looking close to see, is that actually layered or is that printed on? I think Simple Stories does a really good job of that. And then we've got a little banner, You're the Sweetest, with the chipboard. I need to have a drink. I think this is the most I've talked all week. This is Squeeze the Day, which is really cute. Love this watercolored type element that they've added here. And you're just layering on different pieces on top of that base, and it really gives you that look of layered dimension. This one here, when life gives you lemons, make lemonade. And you can decide what you want to pop up or how much. So that's really cute. And then that glitter. And this one is Zest Wishes, which I think is very sweet. I love this. It looks like that a vintage sign that's kind of that, like a metal sign. Hi Judy, yeah, it is so pretty. We've got a little bit of glitter. I like too that glitter, you can add it over top and it's clear, but it's going to show kind of what color is underneath. So it's really highlighting whether it's on the yellow or on the blue. And then just to give you an idea of what's involved with each card, I decided to put this aside so I could show you. So they're quite easy, but they're fun to do, and you feel like you've gotten crafty, but you haven't really had to expend a ton of brain power, which some days we all need. Kind of those easy crafts that you want to feel like you're doing some crafting, but you're not feeling like you have to figure out everything. So for instance, the instructions here say select the blue gingham check and yellow lemon pattern background panel. So I'll just tap that off here. So this one would be this. So we've grabbed the background panel and I've got my ink that I've decided that I'm using. And you don't have to do this, but I always feel like it gives a nice little look. So I just do around the edge roughly, or whatever color you want to use. I think you could even use like the new Rustic Wilderness, or you could go with Lucky Clover or Cracked Pistachio as well. So I'm using a little bit of the Art Glitter Glue. It is a good way to get back into crafting. Yeah, if you're feeling like you've kind of lost your mojo a little bit, just getting this out and making some. You could use these to have in your stash for, you know, you can use these for anything, birthday or hello. But you could also use these to give as a kit. So if you wanted to make them up and then have a nice little ribbon and include some envelopes, you could have them to give as a gift. They would make a wonderful like teacher gift or birthday gift, and they would be beautiful all wrapped up. So that's in the background. Then our next instruction is add the blue circle to the center of the lemon pattern. So I know this is our blue circle, and it says 1/4 of an inch up from the bottom edge. And I didn't measure anything here. I kind of just eyeballed where they had it because nobody really is going to know except for me. Or if you wanted to change some of the elements around, you could totally do that. Now, what I was doing with that first layer, whether it was a piece of a border or the circle, is I know that I wanted to glue it straight down. So then I would just kind of looking at the photo and gluing that on. And then what I found was helpful for doing the rest of the instructions was that I would actually take them out and kind of place them on and then decide what I wanted to pop up. So add the yellow and teal ticket pieces under the right edge of the blue circle. Well, I'm not going to worry about tucking them under. You could. I guess you could. See, this is why I maybe, let me see here. We've got that up here. Usually too, I don't glue completely around the edges because that way if I want to tuck something under, and what I'm going to do is kind of go like that. So before I glue anything else down, I'm just going to see where I want everything. Add the tiny blue flower piece to the top right edge of the blue circle. So that's this piece here. So we know that we want that about there. Then we add the chipboard Sweet Moments Lemon Soda Cluster. I love this vintage look. I wonder if that Singer's was actually a lemon company, or if it's just something Simple Stories came up with. Then add the 2 chipboard bees. And I punched all the bees out, so I don't know if these ones are from the bottom right corner, but I'm really not worried about it. So I kind of know now that I want to pop this up, and I'm going to glue the other things down. So I can take this out and take my fossilized amber. Mustard seed would also work. And then I can glue these under. If you know that you want them glued flat down, you can just go ahead and use your sticky specs. And push them on and get them, that just adds the glue to the back side. And it's good if you have some tweezers, but I forgot to grab mine, so I may have some gluey fingers. And don't worry if you don't have it exactly the way that it shows on the picture. We'll just tuck that under here. And then this one, these are really great, especially those little pieces that have lots of little areas cut from them. And the chipboard as well. Now I know that we want to add some foam, so I'm just grabbing this foam sheet. Hi, Joanne. And I'm not super worried that I'm going to have foam tape over absolutely everything, because this is going to hold, and I'm fine if it's sticking up a little bit more on one edge than the other, but it's pretty flat anyways. We'll add that on. And add this one. Oh my goodness, sorry guys. My, hopefully you're not like sick. I must have bumped that. Let's see. Okay, close your eyes for a minute while I get this. Okay, we're back in business. We've got our little bee on there. The dangers of crafting. So then if you wanted to take your crystal glaze, Chinook wind, yeah, the crafter's dilemma. The sticky sheet is the sticky specs. Do we have any of this in right now, Rosie? So it's a sheet of little tiny glue dots. I'm not sure if you can, I'm gonna pull it and see if you can see those little tiny dots. Anything that you press onto it, it's going to adhere the dots onto the back. Oh, perfect. Thank you. It's linked up. Thanks, Scrap Shotz. And so you just put your piece on, you rub it. So whatever you're gluing, it's really great for little die cuts and stuff too. Just press it down and then you pull it off. It does help, like I said, if you have tweezers. And you can use the sheet till all the glue is gone. So even if you've used an area, you can still press it on, because you always have like little areas inside, especially if you've got a die cut, and then you'll have a little piece that has glue all over it. Now if we put glue on the front of this, we could then add glitter. So it's kind of, there's lots of fun things you can do, but it's a great adhesive. Yes, there's 2 sizes. This one here is the 4A4 sheets. So this is a little bit over 8 by 11. Oh, sequins would be really great, Eva. And then there's the smaller size. But I've been using that pack for a long time. It's lasted a long time. Okay, so back to our crystal glaze. I like adding it to little areas that might look like it's a little bit of a epoxy sticker. And you just have to remember, this takes a little while to dry. You could also add some glitter using this. And then if you want to add a little bit of glitter, you could either use that or some glue, or I had this quickie glue pen. I'm going to try it off to the side, make sure it's actually coming out. We'll use this to sprinkle our glitter on. So I'm just drawing on this. This little glue pen just has a thin line of glue. And then what I'm gonna do, it dries pretty quickly, so you wanna do this fairly quick. I'm just pinching a little bit of this out. And I'll do it to the other wing as well. It's kind of just a nice way to add a little bit of glitter, and we don't have to be super precise. And then what I would do would be just kind of dab it off, but you can rub off the excess glitter once that dries. It doesn't take too long. And you can add the glitter to wherever you like. And then if you wanted to add a little bit of, move this out of the way, a little bit of these dream drops. These are so beautiful. And you could just add. So if you hold them straight up, they seem to really make a nice dot. So that one again is the Gold Luxe. Then this one is Enchanted Elixir. And I just did 2 areas of 3 dots on each. And then we've got, this one is Cloud 9, so it's more of a white one. And these just self-level, so they kind of just smooth out into a nice dome, but you do want to set it aside without anything sitting on it. And then you have this beautiful card. So, you know, they turn out really nicely, and if you want to add extra things like sequins or the dream drops, then you can customize them even more. So we'll set that aside, and then I even had a bunch of pieces still left over. So you could make another couple cards with the stuff that's left over. So that one is the So Sweet card kit. put that away, and then I'm just going to show you one more page kit. So this one here, I don't have the full one of this put together. This one is the Beachy page kit. So again, it matches that coastal line that we saw with the Flipbook, but you get to put 2 double page layouts together. So they're really pretty. I think this one would be great for the vacation that we just went on, and I have lots of pictures of us at the lake and just relaxing. So this is a look at those 4 base pages that you're going to get in your kit. Then you have 3 of the 12 by 12 cardstock pages that you're going to punch out all your elements, all the borders, all these little ephemera pieces, and then you have the 6 by 12 of the chipboard punch outs. So that's going to be, it stays sticky. I did not know that, Katie. Thank you for letting me know. I don't know why I didn't know that. Well, here I've been like rushing to get stuff on. That's so good to know. And for foiling, I have used it for foiling, so I must have at one point knew that. But thank you for the reminder. And then you get the instructions. So you get instructions for both pages. It walks you through exactly which pieces to get. This is one of the sides, and then I didn't get this one put together yet, but similar to the card, you're going to put everything exactly in the spots that you want it. It's going to tell you. And I wasn't sure what, I think either one could go. Maybe the speckled egg I like a little bit better, but salvage patina might also, I think that would also go well to do the edges. So you could use either the salvage patina ink or the oxide. Lucky Clover would also go. And I didn't grab a pink, but I'm thinking like maybe worn lipstick or abandoned coral as well. So that's kind of what I'll usually grab, a couple different inks that I think might match. And then when there's pieces like these little pieces, and I might even do around the edge of these that are going to be the photos. So it tells you what to grab, where to put it, how to layer all those pieces. And I thought these were really cute. So that one, I kind of just placed everything out so I'll be able to put that together. And then I still have this is going to be the pages for the second double page layout, and that's what it's going to look like. So again, I think it gives you a really great base for taking your own papers after and making a similar layout with your own papers that you have at home, because you can kind of say, okay, well, if I had a piece to layer on my cardstock on the background, and then I've got, you know, a couple pictures, and then you can dig through your ephemera and find things that are similar after you've gone ahead and made these, and it'll just give you a really great idea of how they go together. So that one is the Page Kit Beachy. And that is what I have for you today. There's a whole bunch of, I guess I just wanted to show you all the pieces of ephemera that I punched out. So I'm sure that we're going to have some left over, just like we had leftovers from the other kits, that you can decide what you want to do with. But I'll show you this page kit as well, fully put together next week, when I do that walkthrough of the Coastal Flipbook. Those banners. And then these are all the chipboard pieces. They're really cute. I like the pineapples too, and flamingos. So what do you think, guys? Do you like these kits? They give you some ideas about what, you know, how quickly you can put them together and get them in your album. I like that you can travel with them. Just some fun things in the shop. And if you didn't get to see, excuse me, I need another drink. If you didn't see Sandy's live, she did a live a couple hours ago, 1 o'clock, and that's on the Scrap Shotz page. And she had a lot of new spellbinders that are in the shop and some other new things, new waffle flour. So check those out. You can see them up close. Yeah, really good for trips. I love taking crafty things on trips, and sometimes I'm just, you know, ready to get going and everything else is packed, and then I kind of think, oh, what should I have taken? And this is a good thing just to grab and take with you, or when we finally go to crops again. These are fun to take to crops too, and you feel like you've actually accomplished something. So Sandy's doing some markdowns, and you're gonna see some sales in the shop. Oh, we are also getting ready for the Creative Scrapbooker Carnival. Yes, camping idea. That's a great idea, Eva, to take camping. We are getting lots of samples done for the Creative Scrapbooker Carnival, and if you want to order anything and pick it up at the shop, at the carnival, you can do that. Sandy will bring it. So if you're cropping, or if you decide you want to come in and shop, you can do that. And yeah, crops are fun. I cannot wait to get back to crops. So we will have a shop at the carnival in Edmonton and in Calgary. So if you want to see more about that, our Creative Scrapbooker has all that information. And we will have a shop set up with so many amazing things, and we can't wait to see you. So if you do come in and do some shopping, be sure to let us know who you are, because I was just thinking today that I see everyone's little tiny picture when they comment, but I probably wouldn't know anybody face to face. So I can't wait to meet up with some of you guys that are going to make it in, and when we do have a crop, we can't wait for that as well. So I hope that you guys have a great weekend coming up, get some crafting done, and check out the store and see all the new goodies and what speaks to you and is going to get you crafting. So I'll talk to you later, and have a great week. Bye.